In stats this week, we did a M&M activity. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Hopefully that's a little more visible. We had this handout. If you were absent, you need to ask me for this handout. This is a test grade. And we did a random bag of plain M&Ms. We typed those, we wrote those on this observed row. So those are our plain counts right there. Each expected value is based on what the back of the bag says. So the counts I'm about to show you were all from a bag that was packaged in Hackettstown. So if you're doing this on your own and you're using my counts that I'm about to show you, we're not going to use the Cleveland proportions. So what you do for expected, for example, for the red expected, is you're going to go the grand total of M&Ms times 0.125. So, for example, the sample that I am giving you is in this top table here. There were 46 red, 100 blue, 93 orange, 36 green, 21 brown, and 43 yellow. You need to add all of those up, and then you need to calculate the expected value for each of those. So, for example, all of those add up to 339. And if I want to get the expected red, I'm going to go 339 M&Ms times Hackettstown red proportion of 125, and that tells me what should be expected, what the expected number of red should be. You need to do that for each color, so 6 times. You need to do it for blue, orange, green, brown, and yellow. And then you can complete the chart. You add this entire row up down here to get chi-squared. That's the formula at the bottom of the page here. You're doing that formula whenever you add all these up, when you complete this table. To get the p-value, you find chi-squared CDF in your calculator. The lower is chi-squared, whatever you got, bottom right of the table. The upper is a bunch of 9s. And degrees of freedom is categories minus 1. So we have 6 categories, we had 6 colors, so 5 degrees of freedom, and that's your p-value. Or once you type it in, you'll get your p-value. For the null hypothesis, you need to copy down the Hackettstown proportions. For some reason, people are very confused by this. This is what we suspect. This is what Hackettstown is claiming to be the proportions of colors. So you need to write down the red is expected to be, the blue is expected to be, so like 0.125, 0.25, 0.25. You can literally copy that sentence down up there where you see Hackettstown. I would add the word plain M&Ms. And then for HA, we are testing to see if at least one is different. The rest of it, follow the notes. You can fill in everything. You know what level of significance is. Plan, we can agree this was a random bag of M&Ms. Expected values are most likely all greater than 5. The do step you're almost done with. And conclude. Compare P to alpha. That'll tell you whether you reject HO or fail to reject. All right, on test number 2, we didn't do test number 3. We completed test number 1 and test number 2. So this is a homogeneity test, a test to see if color distributions are the same for plain and dark M&Ms. This is your null. So you can copy, I might change the words a little bit, maybe get rid of I am wondering, and just start with color distributions are the same for plain and dark M&Ms. And that's it. That's your null. HA, I would say they are different. A lot of this explains itself. You just got to read some of the instructions. Copy those plain counts from number 1, from page 1, or from the handout that you got from me. You need to copy the dark counts from what you got from me. So those are these counts right here. I would personally skip doing all these subtotals here. I would skip all this stuff, and I would do a 2x6 matrix in the calculator, run the chi-squared two-way test, and it'll complete the do step for you, and it'll store all of these expected values. The formula for expected is right above this matrix, but I would let the calculator do all the work for you. So I would run the two-way test, and then remember, after you run the two-way test, if you press var, look for EXP matrix, hit that, and copy those down. Everything else is pretty straightforward. I graded test 1, the GOF test, and I graded test 2, the homogeneity test. So please come ask questions if you have them. See you later.